What's up, Amazon sellers? If you are selling on Amazon during FBA, then Amazon split shipments might be one of the issues that frustrates you as a seller. So the question you might be asking is, how do you deal with Amazon split shipments? Don't worry, today we're going to answer this question and help you in your Amazon business. Stay tuned. Okay, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Right now, I'm on a mission to do £1 million by the end of 2021. If you want to see more information about that and even my profits, check out the video up here. It's just going to really help you out and learn from me what I've done to help improve your business. But hey, enough about me. What are we going to go through today? Well, first things first, number one, I'm going to go through what is an Amazon split shipment. Number two, I'm going to go through how to know if Amazon splits my shipments, and obviously explain that to you, what to do when Amazon splits your shipments, and then finally, number four, I'm going to share with you what can you do to avoid splitting your shipments in the future. So let's get started. Okay, first things first, number one, what is an Amazon split shipment? Well, quite simply, this is when Amazon takes a batch of your products that you want to ship into Amazon's warehouses and splits their destinations. So for you, what you want to do is to ship all your products to one destination, but what Amazon wants to do is to ship some of the units to one destination and then some of the other units to another destination, thereby splitting your shipment. I know, annoying, hey? Now, you might be asking, why does Amazon split your shipments? And to answer this question, Amazon states 3 reasons. Number one, it talks about distributing your inventory to optimize shipping speed and minimize delays. Number two, they talk about managing special storage or handling requirements, i.e. hazmat. And then finally, number three, they want to ensure the proper processing at the fulfillment centers. Hence why Amazon is splitting your shipments. Quick question for you guys. Have you been affected by split shipments on Amazon? If you have, drop me a yes down below. I'm interested to see how many people are affected by this problem. Now, that leads me nicely onto number two, which is what happens when Amazon splits my shipment. Now, let's jump into a screen share, and what I'm going to do with you is show you what it looks like when Amazon splits a shipment. Okay, so first things first, what you want to do is come into Seller Central, and what you're looking to do is go up to Inventory and then down to Manage FBA Shipments. Now, you might have the new style, don't worry, exactly the same process. So we're going to take you now to a previous shipment that I know has been split. So let's scroll down, and what we're going to do is come down and have a look. Let's just go, it's this one. Here we go, yeah, click on this one. So this one we know has been split. So once we go into it, load it now. What you can see, yeah, if you just scroll down, oh no, if you come over just a few shipments, what you can see here is it's got 2 shipments here, as that means it's splitting the load to go to 2 different destinations. So you've got Coventry and Daventry. So you can see there that that has been split. And there you go, that's an example of a split shipment. Okay, so now let's talk about number 3, what to do when Amazon splits your shipment. Well, now that you understand what an Amazon split shipment look like and how to know if Amazon has split your shipment, this leads me on to a next point, which is what to do when Amazon actually splits those shipments. Now, what I will say is just a big word of caution here. The first process that I'm going to be talking about has worked for other sellers, but test it, see if it's going to work for you. Now, we've done some testing with this as well. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't, but just be mindful, it doesn't always work, but I'll share it with you anyway. Now, let's say, for example, that you've got 10 items that are going to be shipped. Now, while you're making your shipment, it appears what's going to happen is that Amazon might want to split into 2 different locations. So first things first is what to do is not to accept the shipments. Next step is to go back to the shipping plan and change the quantity. So we have, say, 10 units, and instead of putting 10, what we're going to do is add more, let's call it 15. Now, if you do that, what you observe is something different because you've put more units in. Instead of saying 7 items will be sent here and 3 items will be sent there, it might now say 11 items will be sent here and 4 items sent there. Now, this is what you're trying to achieve. What we'll now do is proceed to the next step, which is deleting the shipment plan with 4 units. Since we originally planned only to send 10 units, what you want to do is to delete the 4 and have the 11 left. Now, what you're going to do is immediately delete that shipment with 4 units in it. Again, deleting it immediately because Amazon does not allow you to have shipments in pending status. So now after deleting the 4-unit shipment, you are now left with one shipment with 11 items. Now remember, you're only shipping in 10 items, so you've got one excess unit. Now the next thing to do is to modify the quantity that are being delivered and change it down to 10. Now you have a shipment that is approved to send with a single warehouse, but a big caveat that I'll say here is you can only change the number you're going to ship by a certain amount. So there might be times whereby you want to, say, ship 100 units, but the closest you can get it to is 120 or something similar to that. Now, when you do get that shipment, Amazon might not let you adjust the quantity down enough, 120 down to 110 or 100, and considering that basically they're doing it by a fixed percentage amount. Now, if you're in that situation, you're basically going to have to delete the shipment, go back to the shipping plan and try it again. This is very much a trial and error approach, as it allows you to manipulate the shipments and to get all the products into one single location. But if you're still getting the same results, what I suggest is you either accept what they're saying or maybe reduce it down to a smaller shipment size and see if you can get it down to one box or one shipment location. But if you are still getting the same result, what I suggest is that you either accept it or send in a smaller shipment or simply set that shipment aside. Now, you might be asking, what do we do in my business? Because that's something that other people have talked about that work for them, but might not also work for you. Well, in the case of our business, what we do is that we understand that we cannot avoid getting split shipments. And what we've observed, for example, when we're doing large items such as printers, they always get separated from the other smaller items when creating a shipping plan. So now let's go back to the previous example. And what you can say is when we create a shipping plan, let's say for a total of 119 units of different items, what we've seen is that Amazon splits our shipments into two. So we might have one shipment which is 107 units, which consists of generally small items like concealer, face creams, etc., etc. The second shipment consists of larger items, let's call it printers, which we're shipping, and these are the large items they're splitting out. Now, what we usually think about when creating a shipment is to lessen the shipping fees and to save times in creating multiple shipments. So the first thing we do is to check on the inbound items coming into our warehouse. We then look for any similar items that might soon arrive, i.e. it will be the same thing. Let's call them printers, we're waiting for new printers to come in. Now, assuming there are printers which are coming in, what we will do next is wait for those items. Now, once we receive those items into our warehouse, we will now create a new shipment. Again, we are doing this to lessen our shipping fees and to save time. That's why we collect those items together instead of creating multiple shipments going out. Okay, I just want to take a moment out to talk about shipments, creating shipments and doing shipments. You know what? I don't actually do these. My team do it for me. Now, if you are like me and you believe in having a team that's going to support you in growing a business and works while you're sleeping, then look no further than, first of all, hiring a sourcing VA. Now, I say a sourcing VA, why? Because they are going to find you deals which generate money, which generates more profits for your business, allowing you to grow faster. If you are thinking about hiring a sourcing VA, look no further than the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. This is a service we created whereby we hire, recruit, train, and support for 12 weeks a virtual assistant in your business doing Amazon arbitrage sourcing in the UK or USA. We have a track record of delivering this. Over 100 VAs have now been trained by us and placed with clients, with multiple clients coming back for not 2, not 3, not 4, but sometimes even 5 VAs from us because they've been so successful. If you want to know more, have a look down below. I will drop a link to the VA Academy and you can learn more about hiring a VA, growing your business with a team, and hey, meaning you don't have to deal with shipments anymore. Hey, just about growing an Amazon business. Now, you might be asking, can you avoid Amazon splitting your shipments? If you are selling in Amazon UK, the answer is quite simply, no, you can't. Simply, Amazon FBA sellers in the UK have no control over which warehouse their products go to and where they get sent. But if you are a seller on Amazon USA, it is possible to avoid split shipments by going through the Amazon inventory placement settings. Now, this is whereby you can ship all your products into one location and have Amazon sort and distribute them themselves. But be aware, there is a per item service fee for this. And what I'll do is I'll share a picture around here of that inventory placement service fee so that you can see what that is. Now, there is a caveat here. It says items in the following categories like clothing, shoes, jewelry, etc., may be directed to different fulfillment centers despite using the Amazon placement service, or Amazon inventory service, sorry. Just be aware of that. But what you can see, all these different categories that are going to be affected. So just be aware there is that option, but there are still exceptions to that rule. Now, what I will say is understanding about split shipments, managing your stocks is actually a good problem to have. Why? Because you've got products to be selling on the Amazon marketplace. Now, the one thing which I want to do for you is to help you find more products. How do I do that in my business? Quite simply, it's by using the replenishable system. And by using the replenishable system, you can find more stocks to create more shipments and obviously have more split shipment problems. But how can I help you? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link around here to a video I made with Mr. FBA UK, who does £84,000 in 1 month just through replenishables on his own. Absolutely fantastic. Check that out. But what I will say is hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. That's the subscribe button down below. And what I will say is, from me, Thomas Parkinson, and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.